When you search selfish on Google, you'll find about 60 million results in less than a minute, reflecting our vast concern with this behavior. A quick look at the top results brings up views like selfishness, a habit that destroys humans, or advice on living less selfishly, based on everyday observations and lessons taught from an early age. It's easy to see that selfishness is often viewed as prioritizing your own interests above all else, disregarding the rights of others. Essentially, it is seen as a harmful way of life that should be avoided. However, adopting a more optimistic view, taking care of oneself, is not necessarily negative. It is natural for humans to care about their own needs. Being well with oneself, meeting one's legitimate demands, puts you in an ideal position to radiate positive energy, both for your life and for those around you. If you or people close to you have reservations about this approach, I suggest you do not miss today's video. In it, I bring a new perspective on selfishness, highlighting how allowing yourself periods of rest after hours of hard work and claiming the well-being corresponding to your contributions is justifiable. As usual, I propose a challenge. Watch the video to the end without missing any of the 10 lessons, as one of them may change your view on balanced selfishness, which can be extremely beneficial for your personal growth. Now, if you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel, so if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now, let's start this transformative journey together. Are you ready? First lesson: stay resolute and focused on your goals. We often face the dilemma of choosing between selfishness and altruism, but from a Stoic perspective, we see that selfishness is not always synonymous with malevolence. It can represent strength, especially when we remain determined and focused on what we aim for. A certain degree of selfishness can actually be essential for achieving great feats. Our goals transcend mere achievement. They serve as beacons that illuminate our spiritual path, symbolizing not only material success, but also our personal improvement and the continuous development of our character. Perseverance is not just about persisting, but reflects discipline, a pillar of Stoicism. In a context where distractions are constant, maintaining focus is a virtue, a type of valuable selfishness. By freeing ourselves from disturbances and directing our attention to what really matters, we honor our time and energy. Besides reinforcing the importance of individual will in defining our destiny, by choosing to face challenges head-on, we are not only cultivating perseverance, but also enriching our souls and preparing for future battles. In the process of self-development, it may sound contradictory, but by seeking personal fulfillment, our own selfishness can serve as inspiration to others. As we evolve, we become more capable of contributing to the community. This is one of the most powerful messages of Stoicism. Through personal development, we have the capacity to elevate the world around us. Perseverance and focus are not mere tools, but the manifestation of a life philosophy, reiterating that in appropriate selfishness, we discover the strength to win, grow, and crucially, contribute. By prioritizing our needs and goals, we foster a scenario where each person can reach their full potential. Second lesson: put yourself first. The core of today's lesson brings a profound truth I wish to convey. Loving yourself fundamentally means prioritizing your own happiness and inner peace, cultivating esteem for your life in a way that transcends the idea of selfishness. It is similar to the advice given by flight attendants about the importance of putting on your own oxygen mask before assisting other passengers. Without oxygen, you become incapable of helping anyone else. Similarly, if you are exhausted or unhappy, it becomes difficult to be a source of positivity for those around you. This highlights a crucial teaching of Stoicism, considering self-prioritization not just as personal care, but also as a duty to society and the people around you. It is common to get lost amidst the demands of work and personal relationships to the point of forgetting to take care of ourselves. We strive to meet everyone's needs, forgetting that to serve effectively, we need to abandon selfishness, but not ourselves. Prioritizing oneself is not synonymous with placing oneself above others in all circumstances. It means recognizing and attending to one's own needs to then be able to offer support to others with strength and capacity. This requires a balance, a self-awareness, and above all, a heart willing to perceive itself honestly and equitably. By seeing self-prioritization not only as a right, but as a duty, you uncover the true value of self-care and will discover that by investing in yourself, you are also expanding your ability to positively impact others' lives. Stoicism does not teach us just to face adversities, but also to live meaningfully and with purpose, with self-prioritization as the foundation for such excellence. By starting with oneself, you are not only strengthening your spirit, but also propagating a wider effect in the world. I invite you to share your insights and experiences on how you prioritize yourself in everyday life, how this practice was incorporated into your life and its effects. All perspectives and stories are precious and serve as inspiration for our community. Leave your comment below. Third lesson: face failures and setbacks as opportunities for personal development. It is not always possible to close a deal, win a game, or get what you want. Failing is part of life. The real question is what you do after failing. As the legendary Frank Sinatra said, the important thing is to get up and move forward. Life is not to be lamented or wasted in regrets. It is about getting up and trying again, persevering until success is achieved. Failure is as fundamental to life as success. Defeats should be expected as often as victories. The crucial thing is to learn not to make the same mistake twice. Remember that life is made of attempts, and between success and failure there is an inseparable bond, for it is through mistakes that we grow. Failures teach us, exposing our vulnerabilities, imperfections, and areas that need to be improved to achieve goals, satisfy desires, and realize dreams. For this, it is necessary to work and face failures time and again. Failing in the last attempt is the only unacceptable failure. If you have never failed, you may not have dedicated or tried hard enough in your projects. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, said, "Avoid complaining even to yourself." This means accepting failure as a fundamental aspect of life, using it as a springboard for growth. Failure is part of the educational process. It not only clarifies our goals and passions, but also reveals new skills and strategies necessary to overcome obstacles. Through failures, we learn to be resilient, to adapt, and to move forward, even in the face of uncertain paths. Each failure brings with it the chance for reinvention and course adjustment. By accepting and learning from failure, you not only strengthen yourself, but also become wiser and more adaptable in the face of adversity. Fourth lesson: develop confidence to face and embrace challenges. Confidence is a pillar of love and enlightenment that guides us on the path ahead, not limited to the belief in our capabilities, but extending to the recognition that we can face and transcend any adversity. It is the cornerstone of a solid identity, essential for every step of our journey. Each obstacle and exit from our comfort zone teaches us about the world and, more deeply, about ourselves. Marcus Aurelius, an example of resilience and flexibility, taught that each difficulty is a chance for self-improvement and to strengthen self-confidence. Confidence, therefore, is a valuable resource that, when cultivated, allows us to face challenges and, at the same time, makes us a vector of positive influence, capable of helping others without belittling ourselves. It positions us as valuable members of the community, able to contribute, share, and support. Visualize yourself in front of a large audience with all eyes directed at you. The heart accelerates, anxiety and excitement intertwine, but as you begin to speak, each word pronounced reverberates not only in the environment, but in your being, dispelling fears and concerns. Upon concluding, the enthusiastic applause is not only a recognition of a successful presentation, but also a celebration of the mental strength and confidence you cultivated. We realize thus that although developing confidence requires effort, it is absolutely achievable and fundamental. This lesson teaches us to convert selfishness into a driving force for personal and professional development. Each obstacle overcome not only represents a minor triumph, but a significant milestone in strengthening our confidence. What is your narrative of building confidence? We all have challenges and decisive moments that shape our self-esteem. Share your experiences and how you overcame obstacles to strengthen yourself. Let's form an inspiring community together, where each story is a lesson of value. Fifth lesson: promote your personal growth through self-reflection and discipline. Before exploring the fifth lesson, let us know the story of Alex, who made self-reflection an essential element of his evenings. He dedicates a few minutes every night to reflect on his interactions and actions throughout the day. The fundamental question for him is not, how successful was I today, but how did I evolve as a person? Over time, Alex noticed his tendency to be dominated by emotions and sought strategies to better manage them. This awareness marked a significant advancement in his personal development, an achievement possible only through self-reflection. Discipline, in turn, is the key to true freedom. Maria, an artist, exemplifies this by committing to dedicate 2 hours daily to her art, regardless of her emotional state. This consistency not only honed her skills, but also helped her develop her own artistic identity, laying the foundation for her career. This shows that discipline elevates effectiveness and is vital for achieving authenticity and personal fulfillment. The journey towards self-improvement, guided by self-reflection and discipline, although challenging, is profoundly enriching. By investing time in self-reflection and exercising discipline in all facets of life, not only do we achieve our individual goals, but we also contribute to a better world. This is the essence of productive selfishness that Stoicism encourages us to understand and implement, a selfishness that in the end benefits everyone. It is important to remember that no progress is insignificant. Daily, each choice we make brings us a little closer to our personal growth. By maintaining discipline and self-reflection as daily habits, you will notice transformations not only in yourself, but in your perception of the world around you. We appreciate your company up to this point in our exploration today. Your participation here indicates that you are truly committed to this journey. Now, we invite your attention to the next 5 lessons on adopting a balanced selfishness and the path to personal development. Sixth lesson: surround yourself with individuals who support and inspire you. The choice of our companions goes beyond a mere strategic decision. It is also a form of art. Each person we choose to associate with acts as a beam of light, dispelling the darkness of uncertainty and fear and illuminating our scenic path. The sage reminds us that we are waves of the same sea, leaves of the same tree, flowers of the same garden. The environment we choose to inhabit and the people we choose to be by our side play a crucial role in shaping our identity, refining and enhancing our best virtues. Stoicism teaches us not only to endure adversities, but also to value and cultivate positive relationships. We are encouraged to approach those who recognize the power of encouragement and are willing to share both the challenges and the victories. Overcoming barriers and celebrating joint progress in each interaction teaches us to adapt our thinking, reinforce our determination, and cultivate gratitude for everything. Walking alongside people who support and motivate us goes beyond the mere exchange of interests or goals. It involves establishing an environment marked by respect, compassion, and unconditional acceptance, fundamental principles for harmonious coexistence. These connections transform into valuable treasures, keeping us optimistic and strengthening our impetus to overcome any obstacle. In Stoicism, the space that surrounds us is perceived not just as a setting for our existence, but as fertile ground for growth and learning. Each person we cross not only represents a lesson, but also a chance for reflection and personal improvement. By establishing and maintaining ties with positive individuals, we not only provide an environment conducive to success, but also lay the groundwork for a fulfilling and gratifying existence. Let's evolve together. Seventh lesson, value solitude as a path to finding your passions and strengths. Have you ever felt completely isolated, even while surrounded by a crowd, or experienced the sensation of being an island amidst the vastness of solitude? Solitude is a fundamental stage in the maturation process of each individual. Inevitably, there will be moments in life that we will have to face alone, moments when time seems to stagnate and we find ourselves walking solitarily. Looking back, we will realize that beyond solitude, these moments revealed an unsuspected inner strength. In solitude, one can feel a full possession of the world around them, witnessing the sunrise and sunset, listening to the birdsong, and sensing the aroma of nature, all with heightened sensitivity, free from daily concerns. Do not view solitude with fear, as it is a state common to all. Accepting it peacefully is the first step to true maturation. Solitude is like a flower that blooms in the dark. The more silence, the more intensely it makes its presence felt. When you find yourself alone, do not try to escape. The more resistance, the more it will envelop you. Instead, accept it and dance to its music. Value moments of peace, savor a cup of tea, and dive into the reading of a good book, allowing these activities to warm your heart and heal internal wounds, strengthening you. Celebrate the state of solitude and moments alone. Despite facing intense heat and storms, hot sand and mud under your feet, these experiences will make your steps increasingly firm. If you have learned to embrace solitude, leave it in the comments. Do not be afraid of solitude. In our quest for happiness and success, we often consider them distant and unattainable goals. However, if we allow ourselves a pause to reflect on their essence, we may discover that we already possess the keys to achieving them. Stoicism teaches us that everything necessary for happiness and success is already within our reach. It is not some obscure secret or complex formula, but a simple truth about self-acceptance and self-mastery. Explore the possibility of owning your happiness and success, incorporating this philosophy into your daily life. A crucial step in the journey of self-discovery and transformation. Eighth lesson, take control of your happiness and success, shaping your own destiny in an era dominated by the search for external approval. Stoicism encourages us to take full responsibility for our own happiness and success, abandoning the incessant search for validation from others. Adopting positive selfishness in this case is not just an option, but rather a refined practice. The art of using oneself as an instrument for one's own transformation and success. Far from being harmful selfishness, it is about personal appreciation and commitment to the path towards authenticity and fulfillment. A case in point of this philosophy in action is the trajectory of Mark, an entrepreneur who, for years, sought to base the success of his business on the expectations and opinions of others, hoping through these to validate his value and ideas. Although he achieved certain victories, true satisfaction eluded him. The turnaround occurred when he decided to invest in self-knowledge, beginning to trust more in his own perceptions and less in those of others. By understanding that true success requires a certain selfishness, in the sense of prioritizing personal development and following his passions regardless of external judgments, his life and business flourished like never before. With this new mindset, Mark not only experienced genuine happiness and deep satisfaction, but also witnessed the robust growth of his company. His success and self-confidence emerged not from external approval, but from the recognition and trust in his essence. Mark's story illustrates that we do not need the validation of others to feel accomplished. On the contrary, by adopting wise and moderate selfishness, we free ourselves to achieve true independence, joy, and success. This is the essence of using oneself as a catalyst for change, a valuable lesson of Stoicism applicable to all of us in our quest for meaning and purpose in life. Ninth lesson: cultivate a healthy selfishness to achieve personal transformation and success. Think of a zealous gardener, dedicating themselves daily to the cultivation of their garden, attending meticulously to each plant and flower, without neglecting any detail. This garden represents each of our lives, and the gardener symbolizes those in pursuit of personal growth and success. Here, selfishness does not imply neglecting the world around us, but in strengthening ourselves first, to then be able to contribute more significantly to society. Stoicism points out that true freedom and joy originate from the knowledge and management of our interior. By dedicating time to getting to know and accept ourselves, we begin to cultivate self-love and respect for ourselves. This personal transformation not only benefits us, but can also encourage positive changes around us. This is the highest degree of selfishness, where personal care promotes our development and becomes a vector of inspiration and support for others. Adopting a selfishness aimed at personal transformation and success does not mean becoming egocentric, but recognizing the importance of self-management and continuous evolution, prioritizing oneself not in a harmful way, but to foster a strengthened, compassionate, and understanding being, capable of inducing changes both internally and in the surrounding environment. Be a source of inspiration. If you have experienced a significant change by applying this perspective, share your experience with us. We are eager to learn about your journey. 10th lesson: practice a conscious selfishness that does not harm others. From the Stoic perspective, the concept of selfishness is reformulated. It does not mean a refusal to collaborate or a lack of consideration for others. It is rather a path of self-knowledge and effective self-management, understanding that personal growth not only benefits the individual, but also has the potential to motivate and strengthen those around us. Living according to this ideal requires a deep sense of self-awareness about our actions and their effects on others, demanding constant reflection on whether we are causing harm to others and whether we are achieving our goals ethically. To implement this lesson in a practical and effective manner, start by questioning your objectives and motivations, evaluating whether they are aligned with your values and principles, and whether your pursuit of them is not harming others. Develop then an altruistic perspective, aware of the impact of your actions on the surroundings. Finally, seek to maintain a balance between self-development and the preservation of healthy and respectful relationships with others. This approach not only assists us in evolving as individuals, but also lays the foundation for creating meaningful and lasting interpersonal connections. By living with this understanding, we recognize the importance of self-care, and acquire a deeper comprehension of the interactions and connections between us and the world. This lesson transcends mere selfishness, encompassing dedication, freedom, and above all, love. Self-love, love for others, and love for the experience of life from the Stoic perspective. Now that we have explored together the power of conscious selfishness, we would like to know how this concept resonated with you. This is an open invitation to share how this idea influenced your life, thoughts, or actions. We look forward to your story, a source of inspiration and learning for our community. You have now reached the halfway mark of the video. I congratulate you for trying to become a better version of yourself, and I also humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write "mind over body" so I know you reached this far. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset. Just imagine for a moment that the most powerful tool for a meaningful and fulfilling life is not something you can buy, earn, or be given by others. Whether you find yourself in a palace or a prison, Stoicism teaches us that what truly defines us is not our situation, but how we respond to it. It's about recognizing that although we cannot control all aspects of our lives, we hold supreme power over our own perceptions, judgments, and actions. Consider this. When we accept less than we deserve, are we not initially admitting that our external circumstances have more power over us than we do over ourselves? Stoicism invites us to challenge this notion, encouraging us to ask ourselves, is this situation aligned with my values? Am I responding in a way that reflects my true worth? And if the answer is no, Stoicism does not leave us in a state of despair. It empowers us by saying, look, you have the power to change your perception, to choose your response, and by doing so, transform your reality. Therefore, when you find yourself accepting less than you deserve, remember this Stoic wisdom. Remember that your worth is not determined by your job title, marital status, or the size of your bank account. Your value is determined by your ability to remain true to your values, to act with courage, wisdom, and integrity, no matter the circumstances. This isn't about blaming ourselves for our situations, but about empowering ourselves to see and seize the control we truly have. Let us not settle for less, not because we feel superior or because we think we deserve more, but because we recognize our inherent worth. Let's face life's challenges with strength and resilience, coming from knowing who we are and what we stand for. And by doing so, we are not just living, we are thriving in the Stoic way. With its deep understanding of human nature, Stoicism does not incite us to boast or inflate our egos. What it does is encourage a fair and honest acknowledgement of our own efforts and virtues. Why? Because recognizing our achievements is not about feeding our pride. It's about acknowledging the work, the discipline, the perseverance that were necessary to get there. It's about honoring our commitment to our goals and our adherence to our values. In Stoicism, virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are fundamental. When you achieve something, no matter how big or small, it is often because you have exercised these virtues. Perhaps it took courage to apply for that job, wisdom to navigate the challenges along the way, or discipline, a form of temperance, to organize that closet. When you attribute your success to luck or belittle it as something anyone could do, you are not just undervaluing the outcome, you are undervaluing the virtues you practice to get there. So, how do we change this mindset? How do we start recognizing our achievements without falling into arrogance? The Stoic approach is all about balance and honesty. It's about saying, yes, I worked hard for this. Yes, I faced challenges and overcame them, And yes, this achievement is a reflection of my effort and my virtues. It's about giving yourself credit where it's due, not because of your ego, but because of the truth. Now I want you to think about something you've recently achieved, no matter how big or small. Think about the virtues you practiced to achieve it. Perhaps you showed incredible discipline. Maybe you took a courageous step outside your comfort zone, or perhaps you used your wisdom to solve a problem. Whatever it is, take a moment to acknowledge it. Recognize the virtues behind the achievement. This exercise is not about praising yourself, it's about seeing the truth of your own character and effort. Adopting this Stoic practice can transform how we see our successes and ourselves, moving us away from false modesty and towards a genuine appreciation of our own strengths and capabilities. It teaches us that recognizing our achievements is not about the ego. It's about recognizing the virtues we embody and the hard work we invest. It's a common scenario, isn't it? Whether staying late at work to help a colleague, skipping your morning run to make breakfast for your family, or putting your own dreams on hold to support someone else's dream. It seems noble, selfless, even heroic at times. But here's the point. Constantly putting others first at the expense of your own well-being can lead to burnout, resentment, and loss of oneself. It's like trying to fill cups with an empty jug. Eventually, you run out of anything to give. Stoicism isn't about being detached or selfish. In fact, it places great emphasis on virtue and the improvement of society. However, it also teaches us the critical importance of self-care. Because taking care of oneself is not selfishness, it is the foundation for being able to effectively care for others. Stoicism reminds us that, to be of service to others, we must first ensure that we are in a good place ourselves, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Let's unpack this a bit. Stoicism teaches us about the dichotomy of control, understanding what is within our control and what is not. Our own thoughts, beliefs, actions, and yes, self-care are within our control. The well-being of others, as much as we might wish, is not directly under our control. What we can control, however, is how well-equipped we are to offer help, support, and love to those around us. And that starts with taking care of ourselves. Think of it this way. When you are well-rested, healthy, and at peace, how much more patient, understanding, and present are you for the people in your life? How much more effectively can you contribute to their well-being? This is not just about physical health, it's about mental and emotional resilience, about having the internal resources to be compassionate, offer wise counsel, and be a source of stability and strength for others. So, how do we balance this? How do we ensure that we are not neglecting our own needs in the process of helping others? It starts with recognizing that self-care is not a luxury or an afterthought. It's a necessity. It means setting aside time for things that replenish us, whether it's exercise, meditation, reading, or simply spending a few quiet moments alone. It means setting boundaries and being okay with saying no when we need to. And it means doing these things not out of self-indulgence, but out of a commitment to be our best selves for the people we care about. I challenge you to think of a way to prioritize your own well-being this week. Maybe it's committing to a daily walk, setting aside time for a hobby you love, or establishing boundaries around your work hours. Whatever it is, remember that this act of self-care is not just for you. It's a way to ensure that when you show up for others, you are presenting the best version of yourself. Stoicism teaches us the importance of seeing ourselves objectively. What does that mean? It means recognizing and accepting our strengths as openly as we acknowledge our areas for improvement. It's about understanding our value in a balanced and fair way. Why do we struggle with accepting compliments? Often it's because we are viewing ourselves through a distorted lens. We might be focusing too much on our imperfections, or perhaps we are conditioned to believe that acknowledging our strengths in some way makes us arrogant. But here's a Stoic perspective to consider. Humility is not about denying our strengths. It's about acknowledging them in a grounded and realistic way. It's about seeing ourselves as we truly are, without the embellishments of the ego or the shadows of insecurity. Stoicism teaches us that our value is not diminished by recognizing our achievements and strengths. In fact, graciously accepting compliments is a way to practice self-awareness and objectivity, allowing us to see the virtues we possess and the efforts we have made, giving us a clearer understanding of our true selves. When someone compliments us, they are often recognizing something genuine in us, something worthy of praise. Dismissing these moments deprives us of the opportunity to see ourselves through the eyes of another person, to understand our impact on the world around us. So, how do we get better at accepting compliments? It starts with adjusting our mindset. When someone offers you a compliment, try to see it as a mirror being held up to your virtues and efforts. Instead of deflecting, take a moment to consider the truth in their words. You can practice simply saying, "Thank you," without minimization, without deflection, just gratitude for the recognition of your efforts and qualities. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages us to use these moments as opportunities for reflection. Ask yourself, what did I do to deserve this compliment? How does it reflect my virtues and efforts? This isn't about feeding the ego, but about understanding and recognizing the part of you that is capable of excellence and impact. Have you ever found yourself faced with a choice, perhaps seemingly simple, but found yourself paralyzed, unable to decide? This hesitation, this fear of making the wrong choice, is more than just indecision. It reflects a deeper issue, a lack of confidence in oneself. It's as if we're on the edge of a diving board, looking down at the pool below, knowing we need to jump, but unable to take the leap. Stoicism offers a lantern in this fog of indecision, teaching us that the essence of wise decision-making is not in guaranteeing outcomes, but in basing our choices on wisdom and reason. Stoicism reminds us that while we cannot control the outcome of our decisions, we have total control over the decision-making process. It's about aligning our choices with our values, acting with integrity, and accepting the results, whatever they may be, as part of the natural flow of life. Why do we fear making decisions? Often it's because we fear making the wrong choice, leading to results we perceive as failures or mistakes. However, Stoicism invites us to reframe our understanding of mistakes and failures. In the Stoic view, every outcome is an opportunity for learning and growth. There are no failures, only lessons. This perspective encourages us to trust ourselves, to make decisions with courage and confidence, knowing that regardless of the outcome, it will contribute to our development and understanding. But how do we cultivate this confidence in ourselves? How do we strengthen our decision-making muscles? It starts with embracing wisdom and reason. Before making a decision, take a moment to reflect. Is this choice aligned with my values? Am I acting with integrity? By grounding your decisions in your core values and reason, you ensure that, regardless of the outcome, your choice was made with the best intentions and understanding you had at the time. Stoicism teaches the importance of accepting and learning from the results of our decisions. Each outcome, whether it's what we hoped for or not, contains valuable insights. It's an invitation to reflect, to understand what worked, what didn't, and how we can apply these lessons moving forward. This process of reflection and learning reassures us that we are capable of navigating the uncertain waters of life, making decisions that reflect our values and growing from each experience. Stoicism teaches us the art of discernment, especially regarding where we direct our mental energy. It tells us that obsessing over our failures and mistakes, chastising ourselves for every misstep, is like trying to navigate a boat while ignoring the wind and tides. We're focusing on the wrong things. Stoic wisdom begs us to recognize that perfection is an illusion, an unattainable mirage. The goal, instead, is progress, continuous and deliberate steps towards becoming better versions of ourselves. Why do we fall into the trap of excessive self-criticism? Often it's because we're measuring ourselves against impossible standards we wouldn't dream of applying to another person. We forget that being human inherently means being fallible, making mistakes, and most importantly, having the capacity to learn and grow from them. Stoicism offers a powerful antidote to this self-imposed tyranny, the practice of self-compassion and the pursuit of progress over perfection. Self-compassion, from a Stoic point of view, is not about pampering ourselves or making excuses for our failures. It's about treating ourselves with the same kindness, understanding and forgiveness we would offer to a good friend. Recognizing that setbacks are not indicators of character failure, but part of the human experience. When we stumble, the Stoic response is not to chastise ourselves, but to ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? Adopting this mindset requires a shift in how we perceive our journey. Every effort, every attempt, even those that do not yield the results we hoped for, is a step forward. Progress, not perfection, becomes our mantra. This does not mean that we become complacent or indifferent to improvement. On the contrary, it means that we pursue it more fervently, but with the wisdom to know that growth is often non-linear, filled with challenges, and beautifully imperfect. Why is it so easy to fall into the comparison trap? Part of it is inherent in human nature. We have a natural tendency to measure our own value and achievements against those of people around us. But in the age of social media, this inclination is amplified to an unprecedented degree. We are bombarded with snapshots of others' lives that seem to show only the peaks, never the valleys, leading us to question the value and significance of our own experiences. Stoicism offers a potent antidote to this malaise, the cultivation of self-awareness and gratitude for our own journey. It encourages us to redirect our gaze inward, to focus on our personal growth, virtues, and the progress we have made. Stoicism does not advocate for isolation or indifference towards others, but promotes the idea of inspiration instead of comparison. It teaches us to admire the virtues and successes of others without diminishing our own value or progress. How can we apply Stoic principles to combat the comparison trap? First, by practicing mindfulness and catching ourselves when we start comparing our behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel. It's a reminder to ourselves that social media is a curated gallery, not an accurate reflection of everyday life. Secondly, Stoicism teaches us the value of focusing on what is within our control, our efforts, our attitudes, our virtues. These are the seeds from which our unique journey grows. By focusing on nurturing these seeds, we cultivate a garden rich with personal meaning, independent of external validation or comparison. Lastly, gratitude plays a crucial role. By cultivating gratitude for our own experiences, challenges, and achievements, we anchor ourselves in the present and appreciate the richness of our own lives. This does not mean that we become complacent. On the contrary, it empowers us to seek improvement and growth from a place of contentment, not inadequacy. As we navigate through the wisdom of Stoicism, let us carry with us the understanding that our lives are canvases on which we have the power to paint with the vibrant colors of virtue, resilience, and happiness. Remember, you are the architect of your own destiny, the sculptor of your own happiness. The path may be strewn with challenges, but it is also aligned with the potential for immense growth, joy, and fulfillment. You are deserving of happiness, capable of achieving your dreams, and worthy of all the love and success that comes your way. I encourage you to watch the suggested video on the screen, diving deeper into historical practices that can transform your life, offering insights and strategies for living with intention and joy. If this conversation resonated with you, if it sparked a flame of recognition or curiosity within your heart, I ask that you like and share this video with your friends. Let's spread the wisdom of Stoicism widely, empowering others to recognize their value and pursue their happiness with courage and conviction. Thank you for joining us today in the discipline of Stoicism. Until next time, live courageously, love deeply, and seek the joy that is your birthright. Now, if any part of this message has been helpful to you, leave us your like and comment, helping the algorithm recommend it to someone who needs it at this time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you look through the videos we've already uploaded, you're sure to find something to take with you. Have a good day. Have you ever wondered if the universe is working with you or against you? What if I told you that the way you align your thoughts and emotions determines the answer? Welcome. In today's video, we'll explore how Stoic philosophy and the law of attraction can transform your life. Yes, you heard that correctly. This ancient philosophy is deeply connected to what you draw into your life. Your thoughts act as a powerful magnet, attracting what you desire or fear. If you're stuck in a cycle of negativity, it's no surprise that things may not go your way. But if you start shifting your focus to the positive, you'll notice the universe aligning in your favor. It's not magic, it's science. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while we may not control external events, we do have control over how we react to them. So, are you ready to take charge of your destiny? Everything begins in your mind. Together, let's uncover 11 principles that will help you attract what you truly want. Make sure you pay special attention to principle number 6. Now, if you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel, so if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. 1. Aligning with the universe. Have you ever felt like the universe was against you? Perhaps your coffee spilled this morning, you got stuck in traffic, and just when you thought things couldn't get worse, it started raining, and you forgot your umbrella. Sound familiar? You might be out of sync with the universe, but don't worry, you're not alone in this cosmic struggle, and the good news is that you can realign yourself. How? Let me explain. Imagine your life as a symphony, with the universe as the conductor. If you want your melody to be harmonious, you need to be in tune with the conductor. This means trusting that the universe, in all its cosmic wisdom, is working in your favor. Even when things go wrong, like your cat knocking over important papers or your Wi-Fi going out at a crucial moment, everything is happening at the right time, even if it doesn't seem that way. To realign with the universe, there are a few simple steps you can take. Start by reconnecting with nature. Take a walk in the park, breathe in the fresh air, and observe the leaves swaying in the breeze. It's like the universe is whispering to you, reminding you that you're part of something much greater. You don't need to be a Stoic philosopher to appreciate the world's beauty, just a human being who takes a moment to pause and observe. Another powerful way to connect with your inner self and the universe is through meditation or yoga. Think of these practices as your moments of calm, where you can hear the universe's soft murmurs. Meditation brings a sense of inner peace, which is often hard to find amid life's chaos. Yoga not only stretches your body, but also broadens your perspective. Both practices are like tuning your instrument before a concert, ensuring everything is in harmony. Finally, there's gratitude. Expressing thanks for what you have is like telling the universe, "I'm in sync with your frequency." When you appreciate the small things, from a cozy bed to the support of a good friend, you open yourself up to even more blessings. It's like sending a signal to the universe saying, "I'm ready for more, bring it on." Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on accepting what you cannot change and controlling your reactions, fits perfectly here. The Stoics knew that inner peace comes from acceptance and aligning with the natural order. While you don't have to be a Stoic to achieve this, their wisdom can guide you on your journey to harmony with the universe. Aligning with the universe isn't as complicated as it seems. Connect with nature, meditate, express gratitude, and trust the cosmic flow. Stop resisting the current and start flowing with it. The universe isn't your adversary, it's your partner in the dance of life. Remember this, the universe will provide what you need when you are at peace with yourself. 2. Focus on your desires. Have you ever tried to start a fire with wet wood? It's frustrating, isn't it? You have the desire to see those flames, but instead of warmth, you're left with smoke and ashes. Now, think of your desires as the wood and the law of attraction as the fire you're trying to ignite. If your desires aren't clear and focused, it's like trying to light wet wood. It just won't catch. We all have big dreams. Maybe it's a better job, a loving partner, or losing those extra pounds. But if your focus is vague, like simply wishing for a new job, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. The law of attraction, the idea that thinking about what you want will bring it to you, needs a bit more precision to work effectively. And that precision comes from clarity. Let's break it down with some examples. Suppose you want a new job. If you just say, "I want a job," the universe might respond with anything from a door-to-door sales position to a job at a bakery. But if you specify that you're looking for a digital marketing role at a company that values work-life balance and collaboration, you've given the universe a clear target to hit. The same goes for finding a partner. Saying, "I want to meet someone," is as vague as hoping to win the lottery without buying a ticket. Instead, describe the qualities you're looking for: someone who shares your love of music, has a good sense of humor, and values honesty. You're creating a much more effective wish list this way, making it easier for the universe to bring the right person into your life. When it comes to weight loss, the concept is just as important. It's not enough to say, "I want to lose weight." Be specific. How much weight do you want to lose? How do you want your body to look? Setting a clear goal, like losing 10 pounds in 3 months and getting more toned, turns a vague wish into a concrete plan. So how can you apply this technique? Start by taking some time to reflect on what you truly want. Write down your desires as specifically as possible. Visualize your goals as if you've already achieved them, and feel the emotions of that success. It's not just about wanting, it's about believing and feeling as though you've already accomplished your goals. Focusing on your desires with clarity is key to making the law of attraction work for you. Without that clarity, you're just waiting for a fire to start with damp wood. If you want to turn your dreams into reality, make sure your wood is dry and well prepared. Then, the universe will be more likely to respond to your wishes with the same clarity with which you express them. As Einstein once said, the universe responds to clarity with the same precision with which one speaks to it. 2. The importance of time and patience. Time, the elusive force that both challenges and drives us. We all know there's no fast-forward button in life, although we might wish for one at times. Instead of resenting the clock, why not learn to move with its rhythm? Let's talk about patience. Yes, that virtue we all admire but rarely master. Think of your desires and dreams as a plant you've planted. If you try to rush its growth with too much fertilizer, you'll end up with a weak, stressed plant. Patience is the natural nourishment that allows it to grow strong and healthy. First, be consistent in your efforts. This is where Stoic philosophy offers valuable guidance. The Stoics teach us that true control lies in our actions and attitudes, not in immediate results. You can do everything right to nurture your plant, but without giving it time, you won't see the fruits of your labor. So focus on watering it, giving it sunlight, and caring for it. Just don't expect it to sprout overnight. Next, resist the urge to compare yourself to others. Remember, every plant grows at its own pace. What's the point in comparing yourself to a towering oak when you're just beginning to sprout? Comparison is a trap that leads only to frustration. Instead of focusing on how other plants are growing, celebrate every small sprout in your own garden. Acknowledge and celebrate your small achievements. They are like the drops of water that eventually form a powerful river. At first, the progress might seem slow, but over time, the flow becomes unstoppable. When it comes to the law of attraction, it's true that our thoughts can draw in what we desire, but action is equally important. The combination of a positive mindset and consistent effort is what really creates change. So yes, dream big, but pair that dreaming with dedicated action and patience. Time isn't your adversary, it's your ally if you learn to work with it. Patience isn't about waiting passively, it's about staying active and consistent in your efforts while trusting the process. Celebrate your small wins, avoid comparing yourself to others, and remember that perseverance, combined with a positive attitude, is the real secret. Don't let the absence of immediate results discourage you. In the end, what matters is the journey, not how quickly you reach the destination. As a wise Stoic once said, patience isn't the ability to wait, but the ability to maintain a positive attitude while waiting. 4. Take inspired action. The law of attraction suggests that simply thinking about what you want, coupled with a positive attitude, will bring it to you. It sounds wonderful, right? But what happens when you find yourself visualizing your ideal life while spending most of your time on the couch? Here's the truth. Manifestation requires more than just wishful thinking. Inspired action is the missing piece of the puzzle. But what does this really mean? Imagine the law of attraction as a vending machine. You can insert all the coins you want and press the button for your desired item. But if you don't choose the right product, you'll end up staring at the machine in frustration. Inspired action is that button. It's the difference between wishing for something and actually making it happen. Let's be realistic. You're not going to land your dream job by sitting at home waiting for the phone to ring. If you want that position, you'll need to send out resumes, network, and go to interviews. Inspired action isn't about wishful thinking. It's the engine that drives you toward your goals. It's like finding love. You can dream about your ideal partner all you want, but you need to get out there, meet people, and put in the effort to make it happen. Surprising, right? So, how do you apply this concept in your life? Here are some practical tips. First, take small, consistent actions toward your goals. These small steps are like bricks building your path to success. Don't expect everything to happen immediately. Patience is as crucial as effort. Second, trust your intuition. What excites you? What gives you purpose? Following your passion is key. It's not just about doing what you should, but about acting with intention and energy. And lastly, don't give up. While patience is vital, persistence is the glue that holds it all together. Results don't always come quickly, but every step you take brings you closer to your goal. As the Stoics believed, strength of character and perseverance are essential to achieving what we desire. So, the next time you think about the law of attraction, remember that it's not just about visualizing your dreams, it's about taking steps toward them. Inspired action is the bridge between desire and reality. If you want to see results, it's time to stop dreaming and start doing. It's not complicated, it just requires effort, passion, and a healthy dose of patience. Remember, it's not the law of attraction that makes dreams come true, but the actions that bring them to life. 5. The power of gratitude. Gratitude, it's a word that seems to be everywhere in the world of self-improvement and modern philosophy. But have you ever wondered why it's so emphasized? It's almost as if the universe is saying, be thankful and you'll receive more. While it might not literally give you everything, it certainly attracts what you truly need. Let's break it down. Being grateful seems simple, like saying thank you for the little things. But when done with genuine intention, it's like activating a kind of cosmic magic. Think of it this way. You're at a restaurant with two choices. You can either complain that the bread is cold, or you can smile and thank the server for their effort. Guess what happens if you choose the first option? The bread might stay cold and your experience might not improve. But if you opt for the second, the server might go the extra mile, recommending a special dish or offering something extra. This is how the law of attraction works. Positive energy attracts more of the same. Practicing gratitude is like building a magnet for good things. Imagine your life as a house under construction. If you constantly complain about the leaky roof and crooked walls, the workers, in this case the universe, might feel discouraged. But if you appreciate the progress, even the small wins, you signal to the universe that you value the effort. This encourages the universe to collaborate with you rather than against you. To apply this in your life, you don't need anything magical, just a bit of discipline. Set aside a few minutes each day to reflect on what you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be something grand. From the warmth of the sun to the taste of your morning coffee, small things make a big impact. Keep a gratitude journal. Yes, it may sound cliché, but think of it as a treasure map, where instead of searching for gold, you discover the blessings you already have. Write down at least 3 things you're grateful for each day. Be specific. Don't just say, I'm thankful for my family. Instead say, I'm thankful for the unwavering support and love my family gives me. This level of detail makes all the difference. And here's a tip for when it's hard to keep a positive outlook. Practice gratitude even when things aren't going well. Maybe it's tough to see the silver lining in the rain, but there's always something small to appreciate. It's like having a flashlight in the dark. Shine it on the little sparks of light when everything seems dim. Gratitude isn't just a nice idea, it's a powerful tool that can transform your life. By focusing on what you already have and expressing appreciation, you elevate your energy and open the door to more positive things. So, the next time you find yourself caught in a cycle of complaints, remember that what you value and appreciate will multiply. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, if you're not grateful for what you have, you'll never be content with what you get. You have now reached the halfway mark of the video. I congratulate you for trying to become a better version of yourself, and I also humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write "mind over body" so I know you reached this far. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset. 6. Overcoming self-sabotage. Have you ever realized that sometimes you're the one standing in your own way? Not in a literal sense, but in the subtle, almost invisible ways we undermine ourselves. Self-sabotage might sound like something out of a suspense novel, but it's more common than we'd like to admit. And yes, you might be doing it too, even without realizing it. Self-sabotage is like a sneaky little mouse in the corners of your mind, whispering doubts, making you believe you're not good enough, that happiness is reserved for others, or that success is something only a fortunate few can achieve. Worse still, this inner voice directs your life like a tragic play, steering you away from your true goals. But what if you could rewrite this tragic script? The first step is awareness. Pay attention to those negative thoughts and beliefs that linger in your mind. It's like having a thief in your house. If you're unaware, it will steal what's most valuable to you without you even noticing. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on self-discipline and emotional control, offers valuable tools here. The Stoics believed that self-control is key to a fulfilling life. If your thoughts are chaotic, why not use this philosophy to bring order? Next, replace those destructive thoughts and beliefs with positive and empowering ones. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt and fear, you'll end up with a garden full of insecurities. But if you cultivate thoughts of confidence and optimism, you'll watch flowers of success and satisfaction bloom. This mental transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it's crucial. Each positive thought is a step forward instead of backward. Finally, focus on building your self-esteem and confidence. You're not borrowing someone else's confidence, you're constructing your own, brick by brick. Self-esteem isn't something you're handed, it's something you create for yourself. So, when you catch yourself thinking you don't deserve happiness or success, remember that true success starts in your mind. Applying these strategies may seem like a mental workout, but here's the good news. You have the power to rewrite the script. The law of attraction, which suggests that you attract what you think about, can't do much if you're stuck in a cycle of self-sabotage. But once you eliminate those mental barriers, you'll be in a much better position to receive what you truly desire. In essence, eliminating self-sabotage is like steering a ship that's drifted into rough waters back on course. It's not about changing the sea, but about adjusting your direction. So if you've been sabotaging yourself without realizing it, start today. The right path begins in your mind. As Oscar Wilde wisely put it, change your thoughts and you change your destiny. Chapter 7. Harnessing Vibrations and Energy. Have you ever considered yourself a human speaker, constantly emitting vibrations into the universe? It might sound strange, but bear with me. The law of attraction, which sometimes seems like something out of a science fiction movie, is based on the idea that everything in the universe, from the stars in the sky to the grains of sand on the beach, is energy. And you, my friend, are no exception. You're a dynamic field of energy, constantly in motion, and the vibrations you emit can attract the life you truly desire. Let's break this down. Imagine you're a giant speaker, always broadcasting some kind of vibrational melody. When you're filled with joy and gratitude, your notes are like a heavenly symphony. Everything around you resonates with that positive energy, and in turn, more reasons to be happy seem to come your way. It's like sending a boomerang of good vibes out into the universe, and it comes back to you, multiplied. Of course, life isn't always a party. Sometimes all you want to do is throw on your pajamas, binge-watch your favorite series, and indulge in a bit of self-pity. And that's okay. But here's the catch. When you wallow in sadness or negativity, your vibrations are more like elevator music, dull and uninspiring. The universe, that ever-present partner in your vibrational journey, picks up on these low frequencies and, as if by some cosmic joke, gives you more reasons to feel down. Convenient, right? So how do you become the DJ of your own vibrations, ensuring the universe hears the right tune? First, surround yourself with people who radiate good energy. If your friends are more like a discordant band than a harmonious orchestra, it might be time to find some new bandmates. Energy is contagious, and being in a positive environment can do wonders for your vibrations. Next, engage in activities that genuinely make you feel good, whether it's taking a walk in the sun or enjoying a coffee with a book that makes you smile. Small moments of joy and gratitude can elevate your vibrations faster than you might expect. And don't underestimate the power of meditation or yoga. These practices not only help reduce stress, but also fine-tune your vibrational frequency to align with the best energies in the universe. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while we can't control everything around us, we can control how we respond. So instead of letting circumstances dictate your energy, consciously choose to keep your vibrations high. It's not about ignoring sadness, but about acknowledging it and then choosing to move forward with a positive mindset. Being a transmitter of positive vibrations isn't just some wild theory. It's a practical approach to living a richer, more fulfilling life. While the universe may not always respond with a smile, maintaining high vibrations ensures a much more enjoyable journey through life. Remember this: what you emit is what you attract, so choose your tune wisely. Chapter 8. Overcoming Resistance. Let's talk about something we all know too well but would rather avoid: resistance. And no, I'm not talking about those grueling hours at the gym promising you the body of your dreams. I'm referring to the mental resistance that stands between you and your success, making you stumble over your own fears and doubts. Yes, that resistance is the main obstacle when you try to apply the law of attraction. It's like having a GPS that keeps rerouting you away from your desired destination. And surprisingly, it's you who's programming the detours. Picture yourself in the open sea. Your boat represents the life you desire, full of potential and opportunities. But instead of sailing smoothly, you're battling the waves you've created yourself. These waves are your negative thoughts, fears, and doubts. It's like stirring up a personal storm just when you need a gentle breeze to propel you forward. For example, let's say you're about to start a new project. Instead of focusing on success, you obsess over the fear of failure. It's like anchoring yourself in place, preventing your boat from moving forward. Or perhaps you're so worried about losing what you already have that, instead of embracing abundance, you cling tightly to the little you possess, thinking it will protect you, but in reality, it only weighs you down. So how do you free yourself from this resistance? The first step is awareness. Yes, becoming aware of your thoughts and emotions is crucial. You can't address what you don't recognize. It's like trying to fix a car without knowing what's broken. Take a moment to identify what's really holding you back. Is it the fear of failure, the worry of losing what you have, or a lack of self-belief? Once you've pinpointed your resistance, let it go. Don't fight it. Just observe as it drifts away. Imagine your negative thoughts are like leaves floating down a river. You can see them, but you don't need to hold on to them. Let them flow away while you focus on what you truly want. By concentrating on your desires and what you wish to create, you steer your boat toward the calm waters of success. Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept what we can't control and to focus on our own actions. Similarly, in applying the law of attraction, your thoughts and responses are within your control. Instead of resisting change, allow yourself to flow with it. Instead of fearing failure, embrace the possibility of success. Resistance only keeps you anchored in place, while acceptance and focus on the positive propel you forward. Resistance is like an invisible thief that drains your energy and progress. To manifest your desires, you must release the anchor of fear and doubt. Be aware of them, let them go, and focus on what you truly want. By doing this, you'll not only apply the law of attraction more effectively, but also adopt a more stoic approach to life. From my experience, remember this: where there is resistance, desire becomes a struggle. Where there is flow, success becomes a destination. 9. The power of belief and faith. Have you ever wondered why your dreams seem as distant as reaching Mars on a cardboard rocket? It's simple. Belief and faith are like the fuel that powers your desires. Without them, you're left with an engine without fuel and a journey without a destination. Let's break this down, because understanding what we truly want can be more challenging than finding a needle in a haystack. First, think of your dreams as a plant that needs water to grow. Without the water of belief, that plant withers and dies. The law of attraction, that magical idea that what you think becomes reality, highlights the importance of belief. Without faith in your dreams, it's like trying to fly a plane without fuel. Consider this: if you don't believe you can achieve something, it's like betting on sunshine during a storm. And if you don't believe in true love, it's like searching for a needle in a haystack while blindfolded. Lack of faith is the biggest obstacle to realizing your desires. Now you might ask, how do I turn a limiting belief into a positive one? Here's the good news: you don't need a magic spell. Start by finding evidence that your desires are possible. Look for stories of people who have achieved what you want. It's not about copying someone else, but realizing that your dream isn't as unattainable as it seems. Think of true love as a diamond in the rough. Seeing others find it can inspire you to search for yours with greater confidence. Also, surround yourself with people who believe in you, even if that means re-evaluating your circle. If you're surrounded by those who dismiss your dreams, you'll end up doubting yourself until you feel like a vacuum cleaner in a desert. But with supportive, positive people, it's like sailing with a favorable wind, pushing you toward your goals. Don't forget the importance of maintaining a positive and optimistic attitude. Life can feel like an obstacle course, but with the right mindset, those obstacles become steps towards success. Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept what we can't change and focus on what we can control, our attitude. Face challenges with determination and turn doubts into resolve. It's like being the hero in an epic story, overcoming the villain of doubt with the weapon of faith. In summary, belief and faith are the keys that unlock the doors to your dreams. Without them, it's like pushing against a locked door without realizing there's a key under the mat. So start believing. Find proof that your dreams are possible, surround yourself with positivity, and maintain an optimistic attitude. You'll be surprised at how close your dreams can become. As Gandhi wisely said, faith is the first step toward any destination, while doubt is the first step toward stagnation. 10. Thoughts and emotions. Have you ever considered that your thoughts and emotions are like powerful magnets drawing in everything that happens in your life? If you think this is just a whimsical self-help idea, let's dive a bit deeper. According to Stoic philosophy, controlling our reactions and how we perceive the world is essential to achieving inner peace. But before you think I'm here to give a lesson on ancient philosophy, let's explore how your thoughts and emotions truly shape your daily life. Imagine you're in a grocery store deciding between a box of healthy cereal and hoping it won't affect the scale too much. But what if I told you your thoughts are like that shopping cart? If you constantly fill your mind with negative thoughts, it's like filling the cart with junk food. It weighs you down with worries, leaving little room for joy. To put it more concretely, let's say you keep worrying about losing your job instead of focusing on improving your skills and staying positive. Those negative thoughts create an environment where that bad luck becomes more likely. It's almost as if the universe is saying, Oh, you want to lose your job? Let's make that happen. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that just by thinking of a beachfront house, it will magically appear with a bottle of champagne. The law of attraction isn't a magic trick. It's about focusing on what you truly want and taking actions that align with those desires. Think of your thoughts and emotions as the GPS guiding your life. If you're clear about where you want to go, you're more likely to get there. But if you're constantly changing direction, don't be surprised if you end up stuck in a loop of frustration. To put this into practice, start by observing your thoughts and emotions. Are you spending more time on the road to complaints or the path to gratitude? Recognizing your mental patterns is the first step to making changes. If you catch yourself in negative thinking, turn it around. Instead of dwelling on what could go wrong, focus on what you can do to improve the situation. If you're worried about your health, instead of lamenting those extra pounds, think about how you can adopt healthier habits. Now, if any part of this message has been helpful to you, leave us your like and comment, helping the algorithm recommend it to someone who needs it at this time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you look through the videos we've already uploaded, you're sure to find something to take with you. Have a good day.